guys, I'm Jessie and welcome to my secret reading vlog. So I have decided that I wanted to do kind of like a secret TBR reading vlog and just kind of do something a little different. So I always see people get OwlCrate boxes. I get OwlCrate boxes. I love OwlCrate. And I always love the stuff. The books are always so pretty and I always think the book sounds so good. But one thing I've noticed is I never see a ton of people like reading the OwlCrate books. So I decided to do an entire vlog of reading all of my OwlCrate books. So Where Dreams Descend, Goddess and the Machine, Star Daughter, and Horrid, which is the most recent one. And I'm going to try to read all 4 of these in like a week and see how that goes. I am actually, have already started this. I am halfway through Where Dreams Descend and I think this is going to be a 5-star book for me. I am absolutely loving it so far. It's just so good. It is what I thought it would be. And when I saw Olivia at Olivia Reads a Latte compare this to like The Greatest Showman, I was like, sold! She compared the main character to Zendaya's character and the one like DeMarco to Zac Efron's character, and like I see that, and that's who I see in my head like when I'm reading this is the two of them, and it's really, really good. It's a magical competition. Sold! Freaking sold! A magic competition, and I'm actually seeing the competition part, not like Throne of Glass status where it's like they competed, like you're in it. So it's great. So I'm really enjoying this. So hopefully I'm going to finish this today after the live show for Rage of Dragons, and then I don't know, I might jump into A Goddess in the Machine with Miss Chrissy Teigen here on the cover next and see how fast I can fly through this one. Then we're also going to be picking up Star Daughter very, very soon. Look at those bright edges. And the newest book, Horrid. So, I'm being ambitious. I am going to try to read 4 books in a couple days and see how that goes. So hopefully you will stick along with me and see me talk about all of the OwlCrate books in this fabulous reading vlog. Alright, so we're halfway through Where Dreams Descend. I'm on chapter 22. And it's so good. I love the characters in this book. I love Kalia. Is that how you say it? The showgirl magician. And then I adore DeMarco. The like Zac Efron-esque character. And I mean he is literally that character from The Greatest Showman in all the best ways of it. Like obviously he's not like a copy and paste. But like that is what I see in my head, so I love it. And they're doing the competition. I'm not going to do spoilers in this vlog because I want to read all these OwlCrate books and then tell you guys what I feel about them so you will pick them up. If you have them on OwlCrate, you know, just sitting on your shelves, that like you'll grab them. Or if you like the sound of the book, that you'll just get it. The OwlCrate edition of this book is so pretty. But it's very, very interesting. The way magic works in the world is really cool. There's a good cost of magic. Like performing magic actually, like, you know, it takes you out for a couple days. Like you have to sleep it off. Like all that power, like, you know, depending on how much. But I think it's cool because though in this world, female magicians are very looked down upon. For some reason, like female magicians cannot be on the stage. They can be either like a lowly showgirl, which our main character starts off as. There's some girl magicians in the circus that they show in the book a little bit. And then there's female magicians as like what they call labor magicians, which is like they don't do it for the show. It's basically like they perform tasks like heat houses and fix dresses and stuff like that. But like men are for the stage. And like, of course, our girl, like, she's like, fuck that. And she wants to be for the stage. So that's kind of where all that comes in. A lot of our conflict is a lot of the like old man judges that are judging this competition are like, no. But she definitely pushes the boundaries, which is great. But there's also this like looming threat of the man she escaped who owned the club that she originally was at the beginning of the book. So there's like him as a looming threat, and then there's this like unforeseen looming threat that we don't really know what it is, but it has something to do with like the magic of mirrors and something about this city that they're in, and the fact that like they haven't had magic there for so long, and like now they're just like opening their gates, and it's like, what's going on? So like there's this like overarching luminous like just threat that you don't really know what it is. I don't know what it is yet either, so, but you like feel it there. It's very atmospheric in that way. And then you've got DeMarco, who's got like his own stuff going on. Like he's judging the competition, and you can tell, I think he's kind of falling for Kalia, and like she's kind of falling for him, but it's very enemies to lovers in the best way, because like they're not trying to kill each other. It's not, no cruel prince here, but it's very tumultuous. Like it's very fire and ice, and I really love their interactions, and I just think they're fantastic. Like their banter, and she will not back down, and it's amazing. So I'm into this. I'm gonna spend some time reading it right now. Like I said, I'm trying to finish this today so I can then pick up Goddess in the Machine. So we'll see how that goes. Last night I finished Where Dreams Descend. Gave it 5 stars. This is a new favorite, like YA fantasy of mine. It is fantastic. All that you heard about it being like a magical version of The Greatest Showman with Zendaya and Zac Efron's character, that's what I saw in my head the whole time. I loved this. And the ending, oh my god, the ending. Like, I need the second book now. I think it comes out like next year in 2021. So I'm very excited because I think it's just a duology. I'm hoping OwlCrate does like a special edition of book 2 so they can like match, even though like I'm not big on like, I don't care if my series match, but I just think this cover is so pretty that they did with OwlCrate, and I'm really wanting to get like a dust jacketless cover of the other book when it comes out. But so far on my quest to read OwlCrate books, I am happy because this is a 5-star book. I love it. Like, I can't speak enough about it. DeMarco is probably my new favorite, like, book boyfriend. Like, he is fantastic, okay? This is how, like, enemies to lovers, I like seeing it, where it's not where they bicker and they don't get along and they're, like, at odds, but like they're not like trying to, like, it's just so good, so good. As like there's no other, like, I'm trying not to spoil it, but like it's a fantastic book, and there's not like a typical YA love triangle or anything like that, and there's actually a really fantastic depiction, I think, of a male-female friendship where there is no love interest in that. It's just friends. And I love seeing that. As somebody who has male friends, I love seeing that because it's her and him, and the dynamic between them is just fantastic, and there's no like romantic love. It doesn't turn into a love triangle or anything like that. It's just so well done, and I can't wait for the second one. So yes, OwlCrate is winning with this one. Now, I didn't get very far, but we're dropping stuff. I started reading Goddess in the Machine last night. I only got through 2 chapters before I fell asleep. So I was really tired and it was late, but we're hopeful on it. I'm not 100% sure yet. Like I said, I'm only 2 chapters in, but there's this whole like play on English where it's not my favorite because it's like, oh, like, you know, like obviously she wakes up 1,000 years after she was supposed to from cryogenic sleep, but she speaks English and whoever is around her, like they speak this like weird offset of English where it's like you can understand them, but it's just really awkward to read. Hopefully that gets better because I'm not a fan of that. Like, it's just awkward to read. But so far, we're going to see how this one goes. Hopefully I'll finish this in a couple days and I'll update you and then we'll start reading more. So, I've read about 50 pages of Goddess in the Machine, and I'm struggling with it, y'all. Like, I'm only on chapter 6, which is like 50 pages, and I'm really struggling with the weird, not English language. Like, they speak High Goddess, but like no one has spoken English, so I guess they just kind of like wing it. But which is fine in the dialogue. But we just had a whole chapter from Jade. It's like a cross. It literally says it's a cross between Shade and Zaid or something like that. It's a weird ass name. We just had an entire perspective, like a chapter in his perspective, and it's not just the dialogue written like that. It's his inner thoughts too. Like, all right, like, okay, this is like the dialogue. She says, "So I'm a bargaining chip." "Neg, for cert's knots." He paused. "What's a bargaining chip?" "You're using me to get what you want." "Oh, then firm. You're definite-ish a bargaining chip." It's so bizarre. I get the reason it's done, but I'm struggling with it. But the concept is really cool. So I want to keep on because I'm liking the, like, I want to, like, see it turn farther. It's just weird. Like, most of his kidhood had been spent in hiding, tossed from cave to cave at the whim of others. His mom's whims, most-ish. It was full rare he had any say in the meteor. It's like words that sound like they should, like matter, meteor, and ish. It adds ish to like everything, and like for certs instead of like for certain and for sure. So it's not as bad in the dialogue, but like reading a perspective of it is like super, super strange. But I really want to like it because the cover is stunning. I mean, look at our girl Chrissy Teigen up in here. And I think she's supposed to be, from what I can gather, she's not a like rail thin protagonist. Like she's not like other YA protagonists. She's a thickens because it talks about like her roles and like, oh, this is the kind of shirt her mom would have made her wear, trying to convince her that she needed to lose weight because like the shirt was too tight. And it's just like little things. So I'm like, that I like a thick girl because I'm a thick girl. But I'm struggling with it. But I'm going to read more after dinner tonight. But yeah, super fun. I am now 113 pages into Goddess in the Machine. I'm going to see it out. It's improved. I can kind of handle the language better. I think it's just I'm getting used to it. It has it like decreased. I really like apparently a child wants me. I really like our one Zaid character. I like him. He's fine. Not so sure how I feel about the actual goddess yet, though. What, buddy?
Can you do some your water?
He only wants to drink my water. But so far, I like the two main characters. Zaid. We're going with Zaid. I cannot say whatever cross with Shade Zaid is. Whatever. His name's Zaid. I like Zaid. You know, we've got a little bit of his backstory, which is kind of cool. And then her, Andra, we don't really know too terribly much about yet, but she also doesn't know much. So that's fun.
And we're eating dinner.
Yeah?
We're going to eat.
We are going to eat dinner, aren't we?
Yeah, Daddy's making food.
Daddy is making dinner.
Dinner? That's not Millie.
Mm-hmm. All right, say bye.
Bye!
So I just finished Goddess in the Machine. This is book 2 of my reading OwlCrate books week. But I know I said I wasn't sure about it, but as it went on, I liked it more than expected. I'm glad I didn't DNF it. I did think about DNFing it because, oof, the speech, like the manner of speech is difficult, like I read for you earlier. But I ended up enjoying myself, so I'm giving it 3 stars. And I will read the sequel when it came out. Like, whenever a sequel comes out with Miss Chrissy Teigen right here, I'm going to read it because it was good. I really liked Andra. And I really liked Zaid. A lot of the twists were pretty obvious. But there was one that I was like, oh, I didn't expect that to happen. Which was kind of cool. And I don't know how I feel about it. But yeah, 3 stars. It's a good book. It is a solid debut. Like, it's pretty too. And it's sci-fi YA. And we got a thick protagonist who I really enjoyed. And, like, I don't know what else to say about it. It was good. Like, you can't really say much about a 3-star book, can you? You're like, it was good. I liked it. I had fun. That's about it. The language thing did get a little, like, less annoying as it went on. I think I just kind of got used to it, like, how they'd add ish to, like, so many different words, and certain things it would, like, sound like what they meant, but not be the right word. Like, instead of matter, they say meteor, because it's just not their language or whatever. It's like people trying to speak English that don't speak English, but I got used to it after a while, so it really didn't bother me that bad after about like 50 to 100 pages. So I'm glad I read this one. So now on to the next. I don't know which one that's gonna be though, because we've got 2. We've got Star Daughter and we've got Horrid. We're going to see which one's shorter, like what the page counts are on these. So Horrid is 322 pages. Star Daughter, God, y'all, this one's just so pretty, is 435 pages. I don't know which one to read next. Pretty sure this is a start to a sequel. Is this a series? I don't know if they're series or if they're not, but I don't know, since it's nighttime, I don't know if I'm feeling picking up like a spooky book yet. So I might pick up Star Daughter first, because it's a little longer and I can just like whatever knock it out, and then read Horrid. I'm trying to put the dust jacket back on after I read Star Daughter. So I think that's what we're doing. Yeah, we gonna read Star Daughter now, so I will let you know and give you updates and keep you posted on my OwlCrate reading experience.
Bye.
guys, so I wanted to update you. Last night I read about 100 pages of Star Daughter. I don't know if this is for me, y'all. I know I said that about Goddess in the Machine, and then I ended up loving it, so I'm pushing through. Like, I'm gonna finish it. Probably. But this is definitely high school. This is definitely on the younger side of YA, which I don't mind, but, like, she's junior in high school. It's a little young for me. I'm old. I'm 31. But it's well written. I think because it's also urban fantasy. Sometimes that throws me. Because she's talking about, like, Cheetos and, like, movies and stuff like that. And music. And it kind of pulls me out. I like more either epic fantasy or, like, sci-fi set in the, like, extreme future. Or where, like, in Where Dreams Descend, it was, like, cities and stuff like that, but it wasn't like, hey, it's set in New York. You know what I mean? I don't know. I just don't think that sometimes urban fantasy is just not my thing, especially coupled with the fact that she is literally 17, and a lot of, like, high school drama-esque things. Other than that, though, I think there's a lot of pluses about this book so far. I am loving the Hindu mythology. The Indian inspired mythology is fantastic, with her mom being a star, and, like, I like that they don't handhold it. Like, it's explained, but I feel like the whole, like, the Indian culture in America is not handheld, and I don't think it needs to be. I think that's on me to look up what some of these things are. Maybe that's just me being like, whatever, it doesn't bother me. I read some reviews where it was, like, talking about how the world building wasn't the best because they didn't understand a lot of the references, I guess, to different, like, Hindu gods. And I don't either, but I looked into them. I have taken, like, a couple, like, religion courses, like, way back in college, like, in undergrad, but I don't remember. I remember some of it, like, but we did, like, multiple religions. So we did, like, a section on Hinduism, a section on Buddhism. So I don't, like, fully remember it, but I know some of the terminology. So I just had to, like, kind of side Google, and that's fine. So that I'm liking. I'm liking the mythology behind it, and we're finally 100 pages in, I think, getting more to, like, the meat of the fantasy side of it, like her actually discovering her star side and stuff like that. So it's gonna get interesting. So I'm excited. I'm gonna read some more tonight, and then I'll update you. Hey guys, so I'm now 200 pages into Star Daughter, which is about halfway. It's getting better, I'll say that. I just don't think it's as for me. It just reads super young. It is definitely on the young side of YA. It's very high school. But it's improved a little. One thing that I thought would happen did happen. So that's interesting. I don't know how I feel about it, though. Because it's so young. Like, I love the, like, mythology of it. I love the whole, like, half star, half mortal. I love that. I'm not loving the rest of it. And, like, maybe I'm just not seeing, like, the full motivation of the plot yet, but, like, there's some, like, random, like, star power competition now, and I don't know how I feel about it. Like, she goes up to the stars to save her dad, and then gets, like, brought into this world of, like, her, you know, mother's side of the family and this, like, contest and blah blah blah, and I'm like, what's going on? And then there's, like, the boyfriend, ex-boyfriend, and, like, his family. And it's just too much teen angst. I'm gonna finish it because I want a full review for this whole, like, I'm reading all my OwlCrate books. So I want to finish it. And then I only have one more OwlCrate book to read, and then I can like wrap this whole vlog up, and that'll be really exciting. I'll have read 4 OwlCrate books, so we'll see if it gets any better. So last night I finished Stardaughter. I gave it 3 stars on Goodreads. This is my least favorite of the OwlCrate books that I've read so far. It's okay. I'm not the target audience for this, I think. It's very young YA. It is definitely high school drama. So, not my style, but there was a lot of really good aspects to it. I loved, like I said earlier, all of the different Indian and Hindu mythology that is mixed in. All the stuff with her being a half star and like the stories and the creatures and everything that you see. I loved that. I love the addition of music to it. I just found myself being bored. The actual plot was not high stakes enough for me. Like, she needed to save her dad, but also there's this like competition, and like the competition just didn't do it for me. Like, there wasn't high stakes, and there was the whole like antagonist, like there's not really like a main antagonist. Like, I like some of the reveals at the end. I just felt like, again, it was kind of lackluster and just it was not for me, but it was still good, and it was beautifully written, and it was well written, just not for me. So I did give it 3 stars on Goodreads. I will probably be passing this book along or selling it. I'm thinking I'm going to start selling some of my Unhaul books on Mercari, because I used to all the time like use Mercari, and I just stopped doing it for some reason. And since I can't really get to a used bookstore right now, like I can, but they're not really taking a lot of stuff, I'm thinking about just doing that. So if you'd be interested in that, let me know. I'll put everything down below and start listing like some of my Unhaul books on there. But yeah, next I'm going to be moving on to our last book of this vlog, and that is Horrid, that I am going to be reading and finishing up this like OwlCrate books How Are They vlog. I mean, so far I'm not upset. Like, I loved Where Dreams Descend. I liked Goddess in the Machine. And then Stardaughter's my least favorite so far, but I still think it was good, just not for me. So I'm excited to read Horrid, because spooky Halloween vibe type book, and I think it'll be a quick read because it's a pretty short one, so we will see. Hey guys, so my kids are so loud right now. They're crazy right before bedtime, but I got through about 50 pages of Horrid. It's weird, but in a good way, because it's like spooky horror kind of vibes, and we're gonna see what this is all about, because like I don't have a good feel in it yet. All I really got is girls in her senior year, her dad dies, her and her mom take off from California and move to her mom's childhood home in Maine. That's a big climatary difference. California to Maine. And they're staying in this spooky old house, because when is there not a spooky old house in these kind of like creepy books? There's a spooky house that her mom grew up in. The girl Jane feels like her mom is like not telling her something about like her past and like why mom never came back to this house. Like, grandma's been dead for like 2 years, and like this is the first time they've gone to this house, and like the girl didn't really know her grandma. Grandpa died like before, like years and years before. She never met him. Like, so she's adjusting to this like new life in this small town of Maine, in this creepy house, and her dad just died, so there's like grief, and like she thinks she's like hearing things, and like there's roses blooming like in winter basically there. So it's like there's already like some little hints of weirdness, and like you find out that the kids call it the creep house because it's creepy. Super original, right? So we're gonna see how this goes. I don't really have much of feelings on it yet, but I wanted to update you and let you know that this is my last OwlCrate book for this vlog. Like, I'm excited. Hey guys, so last night I managed to get a little over halfway through Horrid, And I'm really liking it. Like, it's not super scary, but it's definitely creepy. It's not my normal genre. It's definitely like a spooky house, creepy vibes. Like, you can tell there's like stuff you don't know yet, and there's like stuff going on there. Like, is this paranormal? Is it in her head? Like, is it just like her making things up because of grief, or is it like really something weird going on with this house? So I'm liking it, and it's a super fast read. So I think this one's going to be a winner depending on how the rest of the book goes. I'm hoping to finish it today, and then we can wrap up this OwlCrate reading vlog experiment that I've been doing, because I think this has gone really well. I'm happy that I've read, 4 OwlCrate books in, a week, basically. And I'm excited for more OwlCrate books to come in, because I'm keeping my subscription. After this, I'm like, okay, is it worth it? Are the books actually good? And honestly, yes, I like the stuff that comes in them. I like the books, because this is my 4th one I've read. Some more than others, but like, isn't that how the cookie crumbles? That's just how life rolls. Like, some I like more than others. Like, Where Dreams Descend, 5 stars. Star Daughter, not for me, a little young. Still a 3-star book, a good book. I'm thinking this is gonna be somewhere on the 4 scale, so we'll see. All right, y'all. Horrid is complete, and I give it a 4 stars. This was so good. I enjoyed every minute of it. It was creepy, but not like gory or anything like that, but it had a lot of, like, it was very atmospheric with the like haunted house, and like there's this like overlying mystery. And I love how she's this big like Agatha Christie fan. She loves books, and it's just really cool, and it's like perfect for this time of year. So this is my first spooky read of the season, and the last book in my OwlCrate challenge, making my week of reading nothing but OwlCrate books complete. So now I can give y'all an overview of like all of the OwlCrate books. So we'll start with the most recent one I read, which was this one, which was Horrid. Like I said, it is 4 stars. I recommend picking this one up. The ending, I wasn't expecting what had happened on the very like last 2 pages. I was like, le gasp, like blown. Like I wasn't expecting what happened at the end, and it was just such a cool ending. Not what I was expecting. There was like a twist or two that I was like, oh, like I figured one of the twists out like a little bit before, and then, but it was still good. Okay, this got 4 stars. It was fantastic. I want to see if Katrina Leno has more books, and I'm pretty sure she does. I don't think this is a debut, because her writing was so fantastic, and I want more. The other books that I read, my absolute favorite of this experiment was Where Dreams Descend. Y'all, this is just all the Greatest Showman vibes that I need without the music. Like, it's fan-freaking-tastic, and I just need the 2nd book now, okay? I think it comes out in June of next year, so it's really not that long to wait, but pick this one up. If you don't pick any of these books up, pick this one up. And then we have, what do we have? Goddess in the Machine. This was 3 stars, but it was like a higher 3 stars. I liked it. Y'all know I had some issues with it. The weird language kind of threw me. There was some stuff at the end that I was like, no. Some of the twists were pretty obvious. But I had fun reading this, and it was a good time, and I'm gonna read a 2nd book in the series whenever it comes out. But now we're on to my least favorite, which was Star Daughter. not a bad book. Again, I gave it 3 stars. It was just lower 3 stars than Goddess in the Machine. The only reason it got so low was I am not the target audience, I don't think. It is just too high school and too young, and that's what I said when I was reading it. I love the Indian mythology that goes with it. That was fantastic. It was just the youngness of the characters and how young they were in high school, and it just didn't click with me, but that's fine. Because this is going to be for somebody else. Not every book is for me. Not every book is for you. And that's fine. I still thought it was good. So, 4 books, 4 OwlCrate boxes. I will continue to get OwlCrate. I like it. I like the stuff that comes in it that's like besides the books. I like the books. I like the beautiful editions. I actually have the Addie LaRue special edition OwlCrate box coming soon. As soon as I don't know when. It's this month. It's soon. I will definitely do an unboxing because I'm excited for that. But I can say OwlCrate, woo! OwlCrate is worth your money. If you like YA books, like YA, fantasy, sci-fi, I say get it. OwlCrate is worth your money. If you're gonna read the books. And I read the books and liked them. And I like the candles and the stuff that comes with it. The notebooks and the blankets and all the little tchotchkes. I'm a sucker for that shit. So I think it is well worth the $30 I pay a month for it. All right, well, hopefully you guys enjoyed this like chaotic vlog. If you stuck around all the way to the end, let me know because I know this bitch is gonna be long. Let me know which one of these you're excited to read. If you've read them, let me know which one you love the most. But yes, I am wrapping this up. I am Jessie. I make videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.